So what I would like to do, before we actually get into it, I would like to invite somebody up on stage. I mentioned during my story hour that we are going to be bringing up here a spirit of the mystical land of China, a celestial deity from years gone by. And the way to summon him is simply to uncork a bottle of sake. Is to uncork a... is to... there! So he should be along any... Oh, what do you know? It works! Tien, ladies and gentlemen, who has a microphone? Yay!
Greetings, everybody. Kage, how did you know that, number one, I was thirsty, and number two, that it took you that long to pop your cork?
Look, at my age, it's lucky I can pop the cork at all, okay? I am going to give you this lovely bottle. Before I do, I wanted to do a couple of things. The first thing I wanted to do, I believe Carmen is out here. Could you come up here, maybe give us a 2-minute description of what the Cheetah Preservation Society actually does when the stupid old American is not making his jokes? Come up here, please.
I can start by saying we do not pop corks. Okay, so the Cheetah Preservation Foundation is a division of the Kage Wildlife Ranch in South Africa, in a little town called Oudtshoorn. And what we do, we raise awareness for endangered species, cheetahs, we've got pygmy hippos, we've got lemurs, multiple animals, and we have them at our facility to spread their message. They need protection and they need help. So we have over 100,000 people that visit our facility every year, and we get to share our message with them.
Thank you. Hang on to that for a second. I'd like to ask, and again, this sounds a very brutal question, but I am American, we don't have manners. What is your monthly, we call it burn rate, your monthly expenses? On average, how much does it cost to keep your establishment operating every month?
So I apologize that I will say it in our rand value, but for example, our vet bill is between 20 and 50,000 rand. And then we did a calculation. So some months they stop the electricity in our country as there's usage problems. It's something we call load shedding. What I'll just briefly explain. So they decide our town, they will switch off our electricity for 2 hours a day. And they do that for a month to try and save on the consumption of the country. And just in June, for example, it was more than 4,000 euros that it took off of our income just to keep our generator going, to keep pumps and electricity on for the safety of our animals. And then our animal feed bill every month is 60 to 80,000 rand. And then it's not even including electricity, and our water account, our municipal account is close to 1.5 million a year. Those are just some of our costs.
We might be able to take at least a bite out of that, I would hope. Can we do that, Eurofurence?
Yeah! I know you can.
Yep, we're going to do our best. What I'd like to do, again, it's a small audience. If you have some cash in your pocket, just bring it up and put it on the front of the stage, because I didn't bring my hat. I'm sorry, I forgot. Actually, if somebody has that... Oh, Silver, there you are. You brought a can. You brought a can. I'm from Philadelphia. We say can in Philadelphia. All right, Silver, do us a favor. Take their funds. And Carmen, allow me, and again, please forgive me if this is a very rude, ungentlemanly question. Do you yourself like to drink alcohol? Or is it something you prefer not to have?
So yeah, I don't often drink alcohol, but I do enjoy it from time to time.
From time to time, like yes. On your birthday? My understanding is today is your birthday, am I correct?
Yes, it happens to be my birthday.
Really? Then, I wonder...
Oh, wow.
If you would allow Mr. Long and myself to drink to your health. This is very high quality
Why
Japanese
don't I
sake.
get the bottle?
Happy birthday, Carmen.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is your birthday song. It is not very long.
So this is some of the finest Japanese sake we could find. Is it to your liking? I'm glad you said not bad. You can keep the glass. You may also keep this small bottle of Hana Ichirin sake from Japan with our compliments. Happy birthday to you, dear.
I appreciate it.
Okay, this is the point where Mr. Long and I start putting alcohol onto our faces. Fox Amore plays the piano and we say stupid shit and you put money into the can that Silver Fox Wolf is carrying around.
Well, before we begin with all that, because, putting money in cans is all nice and whatnot, but I just saw you give away my bottle of sake for a birthday present, and at this point I'm almost wondering if it was you that gave away all of my sake last night during that tasting we had.
Okay, giving away your sake last night, I want to point out that it was the same little English guy carrying the can that drank half that sake, which is why you had to carry him to his room, if you remember.
Actually, yes, I do remember that. He was being all like a woo and bark and balk on the way back to his hotel room.
So, are you annoyed with me?
Well, now I can't be, because now I'm going to look like a dick on stage if I am.
Of course. Are you aufgepisst?
Yes, I am off my pistachio, if that's what you said.
There is a full bottle in the back with your name on it.
It's for me. Ich für mir.
Yes, for you.
Ich für mir.
So, I'm going to sit down. I don't know about you. You can stand if you want, but I'm going to sit.
Well, considering that you've got double the old farts now on stage, I might as well join you.
So again, the whole point of this is we make you laugh. We hope we make you laugh. We entertain you. We make you smile. We get oxygen flooding your brain. You can't think. You start getting silly and stupid, so you put all your money in the bin. That's how it works. Everybody understand?
I don't know if you just described a furry convention or torture device.
What's the difference?
That is true. When you're in the business long enough, everything begins to feel like a torture device.
Exactly. You guys saw Cheetah at opening ceremonies, right? Remember how he looked? That man is 26 years old. I have known him since he was a boy. I can tell you, he's 26.
So, what is your first memory of Cheetah? I bet many of these audience here don't know your first encounter with our very esteemed colleague as the head of this convention.
My first encounter with Cheetah, it's something of a long story. I better keep moving. We worked on that, sorry. Well, it is a lengthy story. Is it okay? I'll try to shorten it as best I can.
Please do.
You see...
Just don't speed along like a cheetah would.
I will not speed along like a cheetah would. You see, I am the chairman of Anthrocon. I like to think Anthrocon is pretty cool. We have done some groundbreaking things. We have been the first to do a lot of things that are now common in this fandom. We did it mostly out of necessity. I don't want to say I had some vision. Oh, I have a grand vision. The fan is going to look like this. It's like, Kage, we're in trouble. Shit. Do this. Nobody else will notice the problems. Okay, that's how we do things. But one of the things we started doing was we would send limousines, stretch limousines, to pick up our guests of honor. Because prior to that, the practice was to send what I call the fan with the van. Whoever happened to have a car, whether it was a broken down, beat up, free candy van or not, that's who would go get the guests.
Okay, but you have to admit, it is much more fun when you're sitting on an old Home Depot bucket rather than a comfy seat. It gives you like all of that body massage on your way to the car.
He's not joking. I have been guest of honor many times. I was picked up in a van that did not have a passenger seat. It had a bucket turned upside down that I had to sit on and hold on for dear life. So we send limousines. And when I got the invitation from this young upstart, what's he call himself? Cheetah in Eurofurence. Oh, this'll be so cute. They're a little convention. Let's see how they handle their guests of honor, right? So I arrived this was my first time in Germany. I arrived at Frankfurt. The theme that year, you can look back, it was EF8. The theme that year was the FIA. The Furry Intelligence Agency. The idea was that the German government had established this government agency to monitor the activities of these strange animal-human hybrids. And they were bringing in a renowned American scientist who was an expert who could then, meet with them. I thought, that's adorable. They probably have like a poster out front that says FIA. Oh, I can't wait to see this.
The other thing is, when you describe it like that, renowned agency for researching furries, I just call that Twitter.
We did not have Twitter back then. When I got out of the security at Frankfurt, there were 3 imposing gentlemen in black suits with dark sunglasses, matching fedoras, the official government-looking ID tags, and the curly microphones in their ears, standing there at parade rest. And I looked at them, sort of smiled, and started to go around, and one of them, Dr. Conway? I said, ja, ich bin Conway. He said, kommen Sie mit uns, bitte. And they grabbed my suitcases, and they surrounded me, and they marched me with one on either side with my suitcases and one in front out of the airport. And I was thinking, I really hope they're from the convention.
It may just be me, but you're getting rather excited about recapping the story.
Can you tell?
Kind of.
At
Keep
my
on
age,
going.
that doesn't happen a lot, that I get excited about telling stories, is what I meant. I'll unbutton the coat if they need. Anyway.
They haven't donated enough for you to
They have not
unbutton them.
donated enough for the coat to get unbuttoned. These buttons don't get unbuttoned unless we raise at least 2,000 euros. Silver, start counting. Oh, don't put it in my pocket. I'm going to the bar after this. I'll tell you what, Carmen, why don't you take charge of this? You make with the counting. Oh, hang on, I'll give you this, and don't forget that one. And, oh, there's another one there. And have some mustard while we're at it. It's very good on pretzels. I do recommend it.
I was about to say you have an uncanny resemblance to a Hooters worker now. You've got money and mustard hanging out of your pockets. I can't tell which one is which.
I was going to say it's yellow mustard. I'm not going there. Not going there. Anyway, when we got outside, there was a vintage 1960s era Mercedes-Benz silver limousine with the door open and a red carpet leading up to it and flags on the fenders. The German flag and the FIA flag. Ahead of it and behind it were big black SUVs with the FIA logo and the same flags on the fenders. I went out there, they greeted me, they sat me down in the back. There was a box of Cuban cigars, which Americans aren't allowed to have. On the back seat, we drove out in perfect formation, the 2 big black SUVs and the limousine in the middle onto the Autobahn. I couldn't resist having a little bit of fun. So I was sitting in the back seat, and people would, with the flags snapping in the wind and these vehicles in very, very close formation, people would pull up alongside and look in, and I would just do this. And they would back off. They pulled off into a little tiny road this wide, going into the mountains and into the wilderness. And I said, I really hope these guys are from the convention. And at one point, all the vehicles stopped. And the driver got out. And I started to reach for the handle. The passenger said, 9! They brought out blue German police light bars. They put them on the SUVs, they turned on the sirens, and they brought me into the con site, code 3 as we call it, lights and siren. when I got there, they unrolled another red carpet. And I walked down the red carpet into the building, and there was this tall, gangly, pony-haired kid. And I was told, this is Cheetah, and I walked up and I said, dude, you win, I can't outdo this shit. But I wanted to, it's on. Dude, you're fucking with Anthrocon now. Whoa, we're gonna have a cool fight. I am going to show Eurofurence how it's done. Yep. So a couple of years later, we made the move from a hotel to a convention center, an actual convention center. One of the biggest moves in furry fandom. I had to call Cheetah. We used to use phones back then to talk. So I called Cheetah, I said, hey, Sven. Called him Sven, because that's his name. I said, hey, Sven, it's Sam, because that's my name. I said, listen, I just want to tell you, I didn't wake you up, did I? Okay, I just want to tell you, about next year, Anthrocon, next year, we're going to be in a convention center. And he said, oh, that's great, we're going to be in a castle.
So cute that you think you can compete with a guy whose name is Take It Off.
Yes. Guy whose name is Take It Off is like the ideal furry. Okay, we're not going to get into how cool I thought it was that we had these like little quaint river boats for river cruises. Look, we got a party boat. I saw the Twitter this year and no, I'm done. Fuck, no, Eurofurence wins. Fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yes, who here actually partook in the boat party? Is anyone here part of that boat party?
That's a goddamn James Bond boat, for God's sake!
I don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion that Night Fox, who is one of the other directors of the convention, probably found that boat laying somewhere on the docks of, some mob boss in Italy and just, conveniently brought it back with him.
Oh no, Night Fox didn't buy it back. Night Fox negotiated its transfer.
And then you see the boat laying out there on the river and you ask Night Fox, where did you get that boat? And Night Fox says, oh,
I don't know. It must have just been left here by accident. He is such a fox. I tell you. The fantastic Mr. Fox, that's Night Fox. That's what he does. He's got that annoying, innocent look. Night Fox, how'd you make this happen? I don't know. I am as surprised as you are. I don't know where this 500 million euro yacht came from with the name Eurofurence on it. It must have just fallen here from heaven. I got nothing.
Next year we need to be here on Tuesday to get to that boat party because apparently we got here on like day 5 of the convention.
Hey, yeah, what is this? Wednesday is day 1 and it's already 3/4 finished. What's going on with that?
And they planned the boat party on the day before that you would arrived. I don't think that's coincidence. They didn't want me to feel bad when I got on with our little paddle boat riding on this. For God's sake. What if we got Boozy here one year and told him he could drive the boat?
That's a possibility.
Oh, could you imagine Boozy wearing his captain's hat and, his, old Glory Day captain uniform, just looking at this beautiful 500 euro yacht and thinking to himself, oh, I hope their insurance is up to date.
Boozy Badger, in his youth, was a deckhand on a Mississippi River steamboat. So yeah, maybe we could let him drive. I'm not going to let him drive my boat. No, because... Okay, the guy's name is Boozy, okay? He's not driving the goddamn boat. But this is Germany. This is a civilized country. And it's not my liability. What do I care?
So, you mentioned earlier that...
Do we have enough money, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. Where is the magical money?
Wait. Are you still counting, or are you just... Somebody took the money that we gave to the Cheetah Preservation Society. We have to replace it.
Cheetah took it.
Cheetah. Why not? As long as it doesn't go to the bar tab. So again, yes, thank you all so much for your generosity. If you want to continue being generous, Carmen's right here. Just give the money to her. And there are going to be other charity events this weekend. Fox, you're doing one, I believe, are you not? Are you doing any charity events after this, or?
Actually, no, after this, we just have band rehearsal.
In that case, just give money to her anyway.
Yes, Fox is making music. The sky will continue to be blue and will continue to be drunk.
I will not be doing a repeat of what I did in 2014, or was it 2015? I don't remember. When I was out in the lobby, I think it was our first year at the Estral, and I made a little sign that said, "I will drink stuff, €5." And anytime somebody gave me €5, I would drink. 15,000 euros later, I was dead. I'm not doing that again.
This is where we then remind everybody that is in the audience, whether old or new to furry conventions, that every rule in the con book is there for a reason. I guarantee the one about drinking for money is there because of you.
It's true. If you look at the con book rules of conduct, and you see something that says you may not do this, you may say to yourself, that's a silly rule. Why do they have that? It's because some stupid motherfucker made it necessary.
Thou shalt not put yellow mustard on pretzel at Eurofurence.
Which is why I always take my pretzel outside. I know how to get around the rule, right?
You do realize they're still listening.
Who?
All of EF security. You know they're going to...
Is anybody, okay, all right. Is anybody here from EF security? Raise your hand. Oh. This isn't actionable, is it? All right, Boozy, where the hell are you? I will say nothing more until my lawyer is present.
This is where you get a phone call right now, and it's going to start with, shut up, stop talking, shut up this moment, stop talking.
Boozy is a lawyer. He is professionally a lawyer, and that's what I find so entertaining when I do my monthly wine stream. I'll be drinking, and I'll start talking, and occasionally my phone will buzz, and it'll be Boozy saying, shut up, don't talk, stop. What? I was just talking about Anthracon's finances. Stop talking!
If I knew it was that easy to be a lawyer, I probably would have done so already. Just say shut up to everybody.
Yep.
It's nice, isn't it?
He is a very good lawyer, too, because he's from Kentucky. He's a good old boy.
Actually, I recall that Boozy, when he had first found the furry fandom, for those of you that are not familiar with the story, he wasn't even trying to find the furry fandom. He was just doing his job as a lawyer. And one day, he had caught wind of a story where...
Oh, no, wait a minute. He wasn't just doing his job as a lawyer. What was the name of his webpage?
Oh, his webpage was Liquor and Laws, or was it? Yeah.
Lawyers and Liquor.
Lawyers and Liquor, yeah, Lawyers and Liquor, where you can probably imagine that lawyers met some liquor, and then suddenly the internet formed. Yes, that was how the internet was created.
It works with scientists, too.
So, he had discovered one day that an article had fallen across his webpage and was essentially titled, oh, this is, some furry fandom stuff, and you won't believe what they have. It's like top 10 things furry fandoms do. Number 6 will shock you. And Boozy, of course, being not a badger, but also a badger at that time, decided...
He was the Boozy barrister.
He was a barrister, and now apparently he lost that license by becoming a badger. But anyhow, he then clicked on the article, and he looked at the webpage, and he read what was happening. Long story short, Boozy had then stumbled upon what was Rocky Mountain FurCon's, shall we say, unfortunate departure.
Unnamed American convention that for political purposes I am not allowed to mention, but he can.
Yes, because I'm not responsible, you are. So, he had stumbled upon that letter, and he had posted an article on his webpage just saying, this letter sucks, everything about this sucks, lawyers suck, booze sucks, everything sucks. And from that point on, the fandom adopted him.
Well, it was a little more than that, because this was a blog for lawyers. It was not for, it was a legal blog. And he was posting this nonsense shit that some furries had come up with. I can say shit, right? Some sites that furries had come up with. And he included the statement, I don't know what this whole furry thing is. it seems like a lot of harmless fun. If I was part of this, I guess I would be a badger.
And the internet exploded.
People filled his mailbox with fan art of him as a badger. And his next posting to Twitter was, "Who the hell are you people?"
I'm pretty sure it went like this. So it first went with the article, then it went with, "Who the hell are you people?" And then it went to, "I'm going to a fur con." All in that order.
Yep. I have had the absolute pleasure and honor of visiting Boozy's house, staying with his family, sleeping with his hooker, and there's a story behind that. Okay. Before I slept with his hooker, we were having dinner, and
You took the hooker out to dinner?
No, the hooker stayed home, and we had dinner, and then I went to bed with her.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We will explain. Just, you have to hear the rest of the story. We will get to it in due time. Be patient. Or give us more money, and maybe I'll go faster.
Hey, do we have enough money to take off, like, the top button of your lab coat?
I don't know. Somebody stole all the money. I don't know how much we have. Oh, what is this? It appears to be a fresh bottle of sake.
Yes, and you appear to have Boozy's hat now. I
Wait a
don't
minute.
know if Boozy is in the country, but if you are, stop. We are not doing anything illegal. Plus, you're not licensed to
I
practice.
do have Boozy's hat. How the hell did this work?
I'm
Excuse
beginning
me.
to suspect we are
If you're
being
going to
fed
suck something, my boy, open the new bottle. And pour yourself a glass while you're at it. And fill mine. Thank you. Obedient.
ungrateful colonial.
Hey! We've been trying to go back. We've been petitioning the British government. Please, we want to come back. We're sorry about the tea. Honest, we'll give you some Coca-Cola. We really, please, take us back. Kindly. But then this guy comes up and says, "Nah, you don't want to be part of the British You say it. When you sent me that email, when you said, "You don't want to be part of the British crew now, do you?"
Yeah, half the country doesn't.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Silver.
It's getting bigger every day.
At my age, then never. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Boozy, right. I was sitting down with his family to dinner, and his spouse, who goes by QM, which is short for quotation marks, which itself came about because he referred to his spouse as his significant other, in quotation marks. So the significant other didn't stick, but the quotation marks did. So his spouse is now QM.
I'm just imagining an anthropomorphic quotation mark now. Imagine that as a persona. You're just walking around as grammar.
Wouldn't that be like Clippy?
Yeah, that's literally Clippy. Yes. QM walking around the house going up to, their children and saying, "I see that you're messing around. Would you like to find out?"
QM said something so insightful, so profound, as a newcomer to this fandom, put in words something that I, the ancient veteran, never could. QM said, and I think that QM speaks for everyone in this room, furry fandom is the community that we never realized we had been looking for all of our lives. That is beautiful, and then I went to bed with Boozy's hooker.
This is, by the way, the relationship that we have with what we called Anthrocon's lawyer. You see,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they think lawyers, huff, huff, gruff, gruff, and whatnot. If you've ever had a chance to visit Boozy's Twitter, you will see this person posting about how they had just, created the perfect farm utopia on Animal Crossing and then somehow managed to nuke it.
Should I tell them about the hooker?
Tell them about the hooker.
Okay. Boozy came down to visit me. He was on my wine stream. His very, very first time on the wine stream. I invited him down. And I said, hey, Mr. Badger, would you please honor me by driving down to the great state of North Carolina and joining me on my wine stream? And, okay, Vavaka's been there. He knows this is not the great state of North Carolina. It's a shithole. But I lied. You have to lie to lawyers. I do not mean that you should lie to lawyers. I'm in trouble. But,
Stop it. Stop talking. Shut up.
My
Shut
phone
up.
is buzzing.
Stop
What's
talking.
going on?
No,
Shut up,
Boozy.
stop talking.
No. Yeah, no, Boozy hears nothing.
Anyway, he came down and he started telling a story. He said, okay, since I have the hat, I got to do the Boozy thing. He's a very stalwart man. I wish I could do the... He said, well, I came home one day and I went to the bathroom and there was a cat. There was a cat standing on the sink. I looked at her and she went, meh. I said, who the hell are you? And she said, meh. Then she put her butt in my face. I went downstairs, I went to QM and I said, QM, what's that in the bathroom? And QM said, oh, that's Sheba. She lives with us now. Okay, he told the story of how he got his cat. He said, she's got one eye and a smoker's cough. She can't even talk right. All she can say is, meh. I said, all right, stop right there. Rewind 90 seconds. Tell that story again, but replace the word cat with the word hooker. That's how Shiva became Boozy's hooker. And I slept with her, one eye and all. And I remember when I woke up, she looked at me with her remaining eye and she said, meh!
Wait, she was speaking with her eye, or she was looking at you with the eye? I got confused there.
No, she was speaking and looking with her eye because it's Boozy's house. Anything can happen. It's
So
like Disneyland.
you slept with the eye of Sauron?
I did.
That's hot.
Now, okay, what is it? Okay, what is it with Boozy and eyes? Because he adopted a kitten that had a bad eye infection and had to have the eye removed. So he once again has a one-eyed cat. So what did he name the cat? He named it after one of furry fandom's most cherished old-time artists who herself lost an eye. He named his cat Sue, after Susan Deer. So I wrote to him and I said, excuse me, you adopted a flea-bitten, disease-ridden stray cat with one eye, and you named it after one of our most famous, most cherished, most respected artists? And he said, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry. I wanted an argument. I didn't get one.
And then at that point, not only did he adopt the one-eyed kitten, but he adopted a three-legged kitten as well.
Oh, no, that came separately. That came after the biscuit-eating asshole.
Kitten sold separately.
He had a biscuit-eating asshole. We need to explain the biscuit-eating asshole.
Oh, yes, please do. Oh, good God.
Sue, who he called Sue the One-Eyed Murder Kitten, was in the household with another cat, a male cat, a tomcat, who was destined to go to the veterinarian for, shall we say, some upgrades. The night before, the cat, who apparently was gluten intolerant? Do cats have gluten allergies? This male cat climbed into the waste bin to pull out a properly home-baked American South Kentucky biscuit filled with gluten and ate it and had a terrible allergic reaction. Because of that allergic Kentucky reaction, he could not have his upgrade. And in the time it took for that cat To recover from his allergic reaction, he knocked up Sue the one-eyed wonder kitten. You know what? Okay, we just need to get Boozy fucking out here and let him tell the story himself. Let's do that.
Well, if the Cheetah Preservation Society works and, preserves Cheetah for another year, perhaps we could make it happen.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to tell Eurofurence how to run their con, but if you guys would like to meet Mr. Badger, you send an email to the Eurofurence and say, hey, it might be cool to meet Mr. Badger.
For €5, he'll tell you to shut up, stop talking.
Oh, no, he'll do that for 50 euros. The man's a professional.
That's true, but he'd have to pass his bar license here in Germany, which I think in Germany the bar is pretty easy to pass. You just walk to it.
Here's a question. You know what Eurofurence's budget is. We're in the business. We have talked. Can they support both me, you, and Boozy?
Yes.
Okay, done.
And they can buy another €500 million yacht while they're at it.
He didn't buy it, he negotiated it. Remember? It just magically showed up here. I don't know how.
Yes. We're not getting calls from, the Cosa Nostra or anything about their boat.
Yeah, and did you notice on that there's some paint on the front, but you can still see the word Trump. I promised I wouldn't go there. I'm so sorry. I'm so terribly sorry. Okay, in my country you can get shot for that. In my country you can get shot for a hell of a lot worse.
So we did have, a moment in our lifetime so far, all of us collectively, where we weren't able to gather and drink and talk about our countries and talk about how much greater Germany is than, America and whatnot. I can say that because I'm Canadian, not America, which means they don't care if I talk about Canada. But this hasn't really happened in a while, and I understand that, over the course of the pandemic, you've been picking up some... Well, ignore that. You've been picking up some hobbies that you hadn't done before. One of them included VR chat. Has that not been done?
Yes, I have been on VR chat. If you have gone to the Eurofurence VR world, and you've gone to the bar and seen a little cockroach avatar sitting on the bar complaining about young people, that's me. If it's not complaining about young people or how noisy they are or how stupid their music is, that's not me.
So, essentially, art imitates life, is what we're trying to say. But
Yes.
Have you noticed that in the lobby of the Estral, and I've paid close attention to it, matter of fact, I've studied it quite extensively, but in the Estral lobby, sometimes you'll just see fursuiters that are, fursuiters, and they're milling about, they're doing fursuiter things, and then all of a sudden they'll
Do this.
stop.
Yeah, you can hear the VR chat furries. They know exactly. The rest of the people are like, what? Try VR chat, you'll like it.
Yes, and then at some point when they're doing this, their tears, they'll just suddenly do this.
Yep. Now, the virtual Furence, the virtual furry world for Eurofurence is a faithful and terrifyingly accurate rendition of the lobby of the Estral. It is perfect to the last detail. The pattern on the bar is a very, very perfect recreation. I know, I have spent hours face down on that bar. I can tell you that pattern is perfectly represented in VR.
You spent hours face down on the bar counter.
Yes.
So that was the security call that I heard last night.
Oh, no, that was not, no, oh, last night? No. Or actually, by no, I mean yes. Because it's slowly coming back to me right.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
my
I
God,
know.
Bobaka, was that me last night? Please say no. Please say
I think Wowaka is invoking the
Okay,
German fist.
he's a friend, so he's not answering, and by his not answering, he's saying a lot. I'm so terribly sorry. Okay. To save my honor, we need to raise a lot more money for the Cheetah Preservation Society. So please, if you have some extra, kindly, because I really want to be invited back next year. I want to tell Cheetah, even though I completely fucked up and caused you trouble, I raised a lot of money for charity, so please give.
Geben Sie mir, you mean?
Ja, geben Sie uns,
Geld bitte!
Geld, Cheetah Geld. Oh, hello. Oh my, dude, what is,
Thank you!
right, I'm safe for work. That's an in joke.
Ah, So while you were on VR chat,
Yeah.
I had actually developed a bit of a hobby of my own, strangely enough. I don't know how I came upon it, but, you know, while we're sitting at home, not able to see each other or travel across the seas to see each other at conventions and whatnot, you pick up a hobby or two. And for some reason, I was somehow fascinated by going down a rabbit hole into looking at culinary arts around the world, particularly for street food. And I was looking at, you know, all of these different cultures in Asia and North America and South America and even throughout Europe as well. But I could not find, for some reason, I could not find any sort of in-depth culture about Germany's street food.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody kept on saying it was just the worst. I worked on that one all night.
Eurofurence does not condone that
hang on a
form of
second, hang on a
humor. We
second,
do
hang on a second.
apologize. Thank you.
Finally, an excuse to change the sound.
Incidentally, those of you who are German should be aware that a new generation of American cool kids have been introduced to a German DJ who goes by the name Flula Borg, DJ Flula. Because if you've seen a television or a Netflix show, I should say, called Centaur World, the United States has been introduced to the character of Comfortable Doug, and now all of America thinks that all Germans talk like him.
Because they do.
So please, if you should encounter an American who looks at you eagerly and says, "Have you seen Centaur World?" You have two choices. You can either attempt to emulate Flula Borg, or you could just kick them in the nuts because they deserve it because America.
You could do both as well. Comfortable Doug, our most favorite Moltar. I mean, we're not going to spoil it because if you have not seen Centaur World, please go ahead and do so. But Comfortable Doug, as you can probably infer from the name, is rather comfortable. And if you hear, you know, Kage or myself, you know, humming along a particular song where we're talking about being comfortable, no, we're not going crazy, nor are we looking for our
Here's our
blankets.
copyright strike.
Yes,
I'm comfortable, Doug. Comfortable Doug. I'm comfortable, comfortable Doug. But you have to imagine it with a thick, properly German accent, which we cannot do because I'm American, he's Canadian, and we're both full of sake. If only we had a German up here to do it for us, but there are none.
Actually, every single time I turn around and I hear a German start speaking, I always think that I'm listening to Comfortable Doug. So essentially, if you think about it, we're surrounded by a bunch of Moltars here at Eurofurence.
We're about to get shot.
We're about to be put on trial by the Honorable Moltar Shaman Queen,
Yeah.
whatever her name is.
Okay, I want to point out, Cheetah, who I mentioned, is a very, very young man. He was still an early teenager when Eurofurence was in Nürnberg. Now, when you invite Americans over to Germany, older Americans, you should prepare them. You understand what I mean? You should prepare them. Because I had not visited this magnificent, beautiful, civilized country of yours prior to that many, many times. And here I was in Nürnberg, and here comes the announcement. Cheetah saying, "All right, everyone up against the wall. The group photo will be shot." That kind of resonates with my people, okay? I'm just saying, right? It just... Where's my boot? There it is.
Is that why they no longer do the fursuit group photo here?
Oh, they don't do the fursuit group photo because it's just too big. Okay, I don't know how many fursuiters they have here, but it's got to be at least 2,000.
Yes, and I've watched all of them T-pose at least once in the lobby.
Yes, staring at themselves in the mirror.
that was the other thing that we had talked about, wasn't it? The fact that there isn't that mirror in the lobby because half of Eurofurence would be standing in front of the mirror making sure that they looked good.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we're terribly sorry. In virtual reality, there are mirrors. And apparently the furries spend all night sitting in front of the mirror staring at themselves. Just like real life. I had to say it. I'm terribly sorry. I had to say it. Fox, save us. I think we just stepped in it.
I think we just stepped in it. That, what?
No. Play something.
Oh, play something.
Yes. Rescue us because I think we said something stupid. Probably. Okay. He can play something. We can sing it.
Well, we could make a very, very poor attempt and have all of these poor innocent attendees ears bleed.
I'd have to bring the words up. How good is the internet here? What time is it? We could. No, but no, that works better in the UK. Do you have any songs about Germany? Not those songs. I mean some other, like... What kind of songs about Germany are there?
Songs about Germany.
Oh, wait. Okay. There is a lullaby that I remember my grandmother taught me when I was a small boy. It goes like this. Du hast mich gefragt. My granny was cool.
That kind of explains Mom as well, doesn't it?
Oh, this is on my dad's side. Is that what that was? Something German. Not one of those.
That's Here Comes the Sun, eh?
What the hell was that?
Here Comes the Sun German version.
I'm not going to try and...
Go on! We want to hear him, don't we? Yeah! It's not German, but let's hear that golden voice and keyboard of yours. It doesn't matter. Something you wrote. Give us Loch Lomond. You have to say it in Scottish.
I'm going to do one of my own songs because I have to practice it anyway, so...
That'll work. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah!
To a dark sky and holding on my oxygen, I'm finally getting by. It's a sentimental statement, pretending that we can take flights in a pull of gravity, hell-bent on keeping us alive. Trying to keep awake at night. I'm trying, but you're on my mind. To a pane of glass and all your colors seeping in, an incomplete kaleidoscope, but perfect all the same. In a crowded sea of burning lights, if you ever feel alone, don't forget I'm right here with you. atmosphere. And don't leave me without a window to see you turning still around my world, my singular fixation. You're my starry destination. So leave a reservation for two. Around my world, my singular fixation. You're my starry destination. So leave a reservation for two. And oh, come leave me out of the atmosphere. And don't leave me without a window and see you turning still around my world, my singular fixation. You're my starry destination. To leave a reservation for two.
The immortal Foxamore.
Thank you.
And thankfully, Fox has just saved us from totally caving in. What should we do? If we can squeeze a little more money out of folks with the Cheetah Preservation Society, I'd like to.
Okay, dude, okay. First off, do you think that you and I, just two bumbling old folk with a penchant for sake, can top a performance by Eurofurence's guest of honor like that? Do you honestly think that?
Wait.
We don't want to see your yellow mustard.
Nope. Oh, these are coins. I'm American. They probably aren't worth a lot. I'll just put them in here.
Are you paying to unbutton your own shirt?
That's probably like 20 fucking euros. What? Oh.
Dude, you are getting hustled right now.
What?
You are essentially
Oh, wait,
Judy
what's
Hopps in
this?
Zootopia. You are getting hustled
much
right
is
now,
it?
sweetheart.
It's probably not a lot.
Dude, that was a Canadian
Well,
quarter.
what are the
It's
ones
worth
with the
1
gold in
pence.
the middle? All right, I'll give you one of those.
Dude, that was
of
one.
those.
That was like one Chinese dollar. That's worth less than 1 pence.
Say something in French. Maintenant, mon cher ami ici.
And this is how Canada was formed. There was a shaking contest between the English and the French.
Fox, okay, in the time, can we do Loch Lomond?
And that was the unification of Canada, and America ran away.
Okay, I'll sing the lyrics. This is a Scottish song. Here we go, right? In event of sudden loss of cabin pressure, the panel above your head will open automatically. Grasp the mask firmly, breathe normally. If you know the lyrics, join us. You'll take the high road, and I'll take the low. Come on! And I'll be in Scotland before ye. But me and my true love will never meet again. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. On behalf of Boxamore, Tien the Cheetah Preservation Society, we want to thank all of you for your support and your attention. Again, if you have any money left, burning a hole in your pocket, Carmen's up front, remember it's her birthday, make it a special one for her. Let's get them to their next milestone, whatever it might be. Once again, Eurofurence, thank you for your support and your continued support over the weekend. We're going to vacate the stage. We shall see you all later. Thank you so much.